At 5 and 3 years of age, brothers Ian and Nathaniel Aviles were active and happy. But suddenly, Ian's health became a concern.
We had took him in for an x-ray because he was complaining about his leg hurting. And since he was boxing at the time and doing contact sports, we're like, oh, maybe he got injured, he fractured it or something. And the nurse noticed that he was kind of pale. And she's like, I'm gonna take a blood sample just to be sure. And then she came back and she said, oh, your son's really sick. We gotta put him in an isolated room. And I just felt numb, I didn't know what to think. And then kind of like worried at the same time too, shocked.
We weren't sure exactly what was going on, and it was just kind of a shock to us at first that there was something else that we were just unsure about. So.
You got 1,000 things running through your head. Don't know what's gonna happen, don't know why.
Ian was diagnosed with aplastic anemia.
And the term basically means something caused his bone marrow to die. Most of these children, it's typically some sort of an infection, usually viral, and then triggers an autoimmune process that destroys the bone marrow.
We treated him about 5-6 months, and he did not have a response to the treatment, ended up receiving blood, platelet transfusion.
But a small fraction, unfortunately, don't respond, and Ian fell into that group. For children who don't respond to the immune suppressive therapy, really their fate is inexorably towards acquiring infections because of the low blood counts, or bleeding because of the low platelet counts, and death unless their bone marrow can be cured or given new stem cells.
First, Ian's brother Nathaniel was tested, but he was not a match, so the search began for an unrelated donor. Meanwhile, a young nursing student from Hong Kong studying in Los Angeles had registered for the marrow donor program. Before going home, she got the call to be a marrow donor.
I'm actually a regular blood donor. I went to the blood donor center. I found out that there would be a bone marrow donor program, and then I read about it, and then I think it's great. So I just register online. And honestly, I didn't think about much of it. I know it usually takes so long for someone to have a potential match to somebody else, or even sometimes you may not even get a match even you join the registry. So I was really pretty surprised that when I first learned that I could be a potential one to save somebody's life.
A match was found that was not perfect. His was a very difficult transplant. An unrelated donor, even a fully matched one, has a higher risk that the immune system between the recipient and the donor may be difficult to get them to work together.
Ian's had a lot of problems with the graft versus host disease. He's had pretty significant graft versus host disease. He's not gotten his platelet count back very quickly, and so he's required many, many units of platelets and blood along the way, more than someone who didn't have that problem.
Before and after his marrow transplant, Ian required 33 red blood cell transfusions and 53 platelet transfusions. Blood supplied by LifeStream donors.
A patient like Ian that only can survive if the blood or platelet or blood product is available. Otherwise, there is no way they can survive.
It has taken the better part of a year to try and get this immune system to work within his body without actually damaging his body.
I just always think of it kind of like a roller coaster, just up and down, and you think things are going good at one point, and then just sometimes it just changes.
He's now, showing that the graft, the donor's stem cells, are now becoming tolerant to him, and his bone marrow, as a result, has flourished, and he's back to normal blood counts with no evidence of adverse reactions from the donor graft against his body.
And now we're lifting a lot of restrictions, and he's becoming a normal kid. He's a joy to take care of. I've watched him grow up. He seems so much older now than he was when he first came to us. He's a very creative little boy. It always amazes me how resilient kids are. They're just amazing little heroes.
I don't think there's words to explain how I feel about him, just hanging on there and keep pushing forward. I'm as proud as any father would be of their son, you know.
Blood products are the lifeblood of doing a bone marrow transplant. It cannot be done without adequate access to blood, platelets, fresh frozen plasma, and so on. LifeStream has been a partner with us for many decades, actually, with Loma Linda. They are an NMDP donor center as well, so they are in the business of recruiting new donors for the National Marrow Donor Program. If you look at the National Marrow Donor Registry, what's available worldwide, it is people of mixed race and particularly African American, to some extent Hispanic, that are underrepresented in the registry compared to the need.
The way I look at it is you're able to give the gift of life to a person when you donate. And what better gift to be able to give to someone?
As Ian continued his recuperation, Jose and Kim donated blood for the first time. To honor those who helped their son, Jose and Kim plan to be regular LifeStream donors.
I was always curious about it, but like I said, I never knew the facts. You know, if I would have known the facts, I would have donated blood a long time ago. Yeah, you just walk in, answer a couple questions, and you know, they just walk you through the procedure, and next thing you know, you're out of there. You know, you save a life.
Without the participation of LifeStream in Ian's case, Ian would have done very poorly. There are times that this child has had problems with antibodies that you have to cross-match every unit to find a unit that would be compatible, which is a very time-consuming project to do. And sometimes even on weekends, we've had to have people come in and do that. And they've been very accommodating to be able to give us the supplies of things that we need for our patient to do well.
We're really grateful towards the doctors and the nurses and just everybody from physical therapy to the nutritionists, and everybody was really nice and they were just helpful all the time and wanting just the best for him. And I think that really helped him because he was really positive through everything, and there were so many hard times, but we got through them, and he's just really happy now and doing well.
The disorder that he has, I feel like his childhood was kind of put on hold, but thanks to LifeStream and their blood products, I feel like he's one step in, you know, getting it all back. Thank you, LifeStream, and Ian, thanks you too.
My name is Cyrus Liu, and I helped save Ian's life with bone marrow transplant. There was nothing that makes me more happy that I can do a little than save somebody's life. Just a simple step, and you could be a match of somebody that who really needs your help, no matter it's a bone marrow transplant or it's just simple blood donation.
LifeStream. Give hope, give life, give blood.